this hero, to push out waves and to farm, he relies on a 40-second cooldown, which he needs to actually use his ultimate well, right?
Yeah.
You want to pull people over cliffs and stuff, so I don't know. I'm not sold on this hero. I don't think he's that good. He does have some games where he looks very strong, but usually he looks quite weak. So it's hard to say.
It's kind of like the Legion thing we saw yesterday. I guess just I'm not sold on either hero. Batrider has, he's got a nice ability. It's really good around Roche, but when you can pick something like an Axe or something else along those lines, I'm kind of like, all right, I don't know about this, especially against something like a PL, which would have been pretty good, like a really good Axe game for Exit Wounds. Also, you picked the Batrider second, which I think is probably not the place to pick this. I think this is a hero you need to pick later into the draft because you just pick the PL immediately after you see the Batrider, and that just makes your life a lot easier, I would say.
Yep, they're not setting their Batrider up to have a good game at all. So, all right, Gyrocopter. This isn't the carry that can go into the mid lane, or PL could be a mid.
They actually didn't ban Gyro when there was an IO in the game.
Yep, you got the IO Gyrocopter combo, the Irocopter.
Yep, that's the combination. We have dubbed it thus, and it will be forever named Irocopter. And, well, I don't want to say the game's over, but Exit Wounds are I think they're already playing from behind. I know that's unfair of me to say, but it just feels like Execration is such a good team, and Exit Wounds is a team that I don't know if they're on the same level as Execration, and to play against IO, Gyrocopter, and PL, which is interesting, by the way. They do have a PL. They might send the Gyrocopter mid, potentially, but I think this is going to be a rough game for Exit Wounds, to be honest, even with the good heroes that they have.
Yep. Well, you feel this way. I mean, it's not wrong they feel this way. Execration, these guys are the favorites, right? These guys are undefeated so far.
That's right.
It's hard not to say that, they're up against just a tough game in general.
Yeah. So I see these drafts against Execration, and I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are thinking, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe they'll prove us wrong, and I hope they do for Exit Wounds. It would be a pretty interesting game. Execration, they haven't really come close to losing, to be honest. But
we're waiting for a team to challenge Execration, but
yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. They're going to get to. I'm pretty sure they've already made it to the land final for Execration, so it's at least not going to happen into the land final. So I don't know. I do think that the laning might be a little bit of an issue for Execration, but Carl is so good that whatever he plays, he'll probably have a good time. It is against an Ember Spirit.
Yeah, yesterday we saw his Ember Spirit against Puck, and he solo killed the Puck about 4 times.
4 times, yep. It was kind of insane. I kept looking back mid, and I'm just like, well, Puck's dead again. Great. Carl gets another solo kill. Yeah, he's very highly skilled, so he probably knows how to play against this matchup. The question is it going to be the PL mid or the Gyrocopter mid? I would assume Gyro, but I'm not sure, actually.
I would think Gyro so they can dodge the bat lane to make sure that PL is against bat, but they can really do it however they want.
It's true. And they have the Nyx Assassin now, too.
Yeah, maybe they'll think that with Gyrocopter and IO, they're fine against the bat, but it's going to be like a Batrider Wind Ranger, right? So, pretty difficult to lane against.
Yeah. At least that's a decent lane for Exit Wounds. They have the Warlock with the whatever last pick is here. They have the Ember Spirit. They have some hard farming heroes. The Wind Ranger can kind of act as a core later. That's like Wind Ranger is one of those weird supports that supports usually build items like Force Staff or
right utility items, Glimmer Capes.
But we see a lot of Wind Rangers. Like, I know Blink and Force is really common on this hero anyway, but, she actually builds it in Maelstrom numerous times, and she can actually function as that core. So you have kind of like an extra half core for Exit Wounds as they pick the Monkey King for their last pick. But
yep. Usually that only happens when she has a good start, though, right?
Yeah,
she needs
true.
a pretty strong start to actually transition into that damage-dealing core.
Yeah.
Sometimes if your carries aren't doing the damage, you have to build the damage, but usually when you get farmed like that, the utility items are better.
Yeah, I would agree. Like Glimmer or Force Staff, even Blink to try to set up some kills, because they don't actually have that much setup, to be honest. Like Syrian Chains for Ember Spirit, they have the Monkey King Boundless Strike. Blink Lasso for Batrider, obviously Warlock Golem. I don't think this draft is as bad as I think it is for Exit Wounds. I actually think they have a lot to work with. Monkey King's really good in lane. Batrider could probably lane fine. It's just that against a team like Execration with an IO Gyrocopter, I don't know how they're going to fight into this, to be honest. Even with Golem, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a struggle, but we'll see what they can do. Monkey King, pretty strong in lane. Will definitely destroy Nyx.
Yes, that is true. He's going to slap him with that freaking range of the Monkey King. His bar that he's got is actually insane. Man. So, Exit Wounds might have a bad time. Execration, they probably looking pretty good to win this game. However, they could get their first loss. Not that it matters. I think they've already secured themselves a spot in the land final. But Brax, it's been a good day today. I know I told you about my pub escapades.
Yep, you're feeling good.
You went from like 7.1K to 8.4K or something, I think, according to your tweet.
Oh, no. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. That was somebody else.
Yep, I was just trying to show you how ridiculous it is.
It is indeed ridiculous. That's pretty insane, actually. You went 5-5, I think, in your games. I'm pretty sure.
Nope, I went 3-7.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong. You were even worse than that. Jesus Christ.
I stayed the same. I had 3 game ruiners.
Oh,
so,
God.
you know, I did my best.
Any notable players that were those game ruiners, or was you gonna?
Not trying to.
Yeah, not trying to flame. All right, fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough. I see where you're coming from. Man, I gotta tell you, like, when you play a Dota game and you actually get a good team that communicates and doesn't ruin your game and everybody doesn't tilt, you know.
It just reminds you why you love this game,
exactly.
Right?
I ended up playing 2 games and I said to Carlo, I'm not going to play anymore because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the experience. Also, you know, it was like 2 p.m. yesterday after we had finished casting and I hadn't gone to bed. So
bedtime, yep.
Yeah, I was like, all right, got to go to bed now. I only got like 6 hours of sleep, though. It's going to be nice to actually have a few days of break, but then that'll probably screw up my sleep schedule, to be honest.
Well, definitely some much needed sleep coming your way, so that'll be good. Another disconnect. This game has been taking quite a while to start.
Yeah, unfortunately. Exit Woundz having some issues.
Might as well go over the lanes real quick, right? Monkey King safe lane with the Warlock. The Warlock helps you against any potential harass. Very nice against IO because of the ball spam, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a pretty decent lane, but you know, these dual lanes, they're very tough for Monkey King. When you can't reliably get the triple stack, especially against Nyx, because you can carapace one hit and then walk away.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard, actually.
Yeah, I know you have good range, but Nyx actually, especially with an IO, should do probably fine. The extra movement speed you're getting, so that's nice. So yeah, Monkey King will be top. They'll have the Warlock up there along with him. They'll send the Ember Spirit mid. By the way, the Ember Spirit was level 14 in his Dota plus levels. The gold, and he also had every single relic. He's like gold level and every relic. It's pretty good. He actually plays this hero Aton, apparently.
Probably knows all the Ember tricks.
I would hope so. And they're going to need him to do some work in this game, I have a feeling. Otherwise, he's going to have a pretty terrible time, to be honest. His team will just get owned.
Yep, so Gyro against the Ember. Well, it's a matchup where they both kind of farm, but Ember can gank Gyro.
Yes.
So that is troublesome. But luckily, the only real threat is Wind Ranger, and since she's primarily going to be laning bottom, it's easy to know when this is coming.
Yeah. Plus, he has a ward mid lane to spot her rotating around from the bottom lane. The perfect place to put it, to be honest.
This lane, though, bottom. Bat Rider, Wind Ranger. Like, that's a lot of harass for PL.
Yeah.
He has 6 tangos, which is pretty standard, but, you know, in a lane like this, you might not be able to push out to get to the secret shot, so you can get a stick.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be tricky. They'll probably keep the wave pushed in. They'll stack up the sticky napalm. Obviously, you have Doppelganger against it. So it will be a little tricky. All right, this is becoming kind of annoying. Jesus Christ. Please stop. Yes, you better be sorry, Carl. You better be sorry. So, Exit Woundz are a Cambodian team, spelled Xitzwundz. I believe it's 2 Z's. No, wait, there's no Z at the end of Exit Woundz. XIT space WOUNDZ. So,
these guys sound super badass with 2 Z's at the end.
Don't they? I don't, like, I wish they had badass names. All the names are, you know, random or in another language that I don't know. So, doesn't help me there, but, I mean, why can't they have a name like Carl? What a name, honestly. It's pretty simple. You know, easy to understand, just a name.
I bet his name's not even Carl.
It's probably not. Let's find out, actually. We can, oh, no, he doesn't have a, I don't think he actually has a Wikipedia page. That's kind of sad.
Dang it.
No,
well,
his name is Carl.
This...
It's Carl Jairn. Jame or Jame? Nice. I can't tell.
All right, cool.
We figured it out, bud. He should be Carl J.
What do you think Lumic means?
I don't know. I just assumed it was like a... Well, I have no idea. Let's see. Let's look at Chemo's Lumic's Wikipedia page. His name is Kimuel, so I would assume it's just the opposite of Kimuel. Or the backwards version. Yes,
that's like what people did when they're like 8 years old. They're like, you'll never get what not Zarb is, and it's just your name backwards or whatever.
Not Zarb.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to figure out what my name backwards is. I'm not very quick with this type of stuff, Brax. What would it be? Let's see. S-I... Jesus, I'm really bad at this. S-I-V-A-R-T. Sivat?
You're Savart.
Savart, nice. I'm gonna name myself Savart. Not that everybody calls me that. I've actually tried Twom, which is Mott backward, because that's pretty much my name at this point. Nobody else calls me Travis, so I'm Twom. It's really dumb. It sounds dumb. Twom sounds way worse than Mott. Mott sounds badass. Twom does not. It's an issue.
Gotta work on that.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm putting a lot of stock into this, but trust me, it's important.
This bottom lane mod is not easy at all for Execration.
Yep.
It's quite difficult.
So this might be the first lane I've seen go poorly for Execration so far in this tournament. I mean, I'm sure there's been other lanes that they've kind of gotten rolled over in, but this one in particular is going to be a little tricky, I would say. I actually think this laning phase might go pretty poorly for them, and if it does, maybe Exit Woundz can snowball enough to actually win this game. And now it comes down to Execration's individual skill. I think that this they are very skillful. I think that they can still win this laning phase just based off of their ability to just play well, but it's going to be tricky, I think.
Yep, I agree with that. Even though a team may look a bit down in the lane phase, their individual skill, this is where it pulls through, right? In the lane phase.
Yeah.
This is a time to show your stuff.
I mean, they're going to CS for Nando at least a little bit until he gets too many sticky napalms or auto attacks. SPB is doing a pretty good job. They're going to power shot and hit Crims. They actually hit both.
It's
really
very
big.
hard.
They can't even. They have to just wait and regen now. I don't think they can pull the wave back, but he's not actually going to be able to CS that much.
They'll never have a kill threat over these heroes is the biggest issue.
Yeah.
So because of that, Exit Woundz, they can just keep pushing the lane, and Nando will have to use the chicken to buy a stick probably.
And maybe even his Quelling Blade, because he's missed 2 CS because of not having a Quelling Blade, which you really want. He actually...
Yep.
You want to dive, but now that he's level 2, I don't think you can. He went Phantom Rush. If they know, maybe they could have dove, but it's too early, and SBB is also taking a lot of damage. He actually took a little too much damage from creeps, I think. And otherwise, he could have dove that tier 1, potentially getting the kill with 5 sticky napalm stacks. Obviously, he doesn't know that he didn't go for Doppelganger at level 2, but still.
Exactly. It's suicide if he has Doppelganger. Now they know because he just used it to use a Lance on Wind Ranger.
So,
but this might be go time here. Bat Rider almost level 2. That's what they need.
They need Shackle Shot, too, as well. Power Shot will hit on Nando. He's going to get pushed back. We'll keep our eyes peeled on this bottom lane because I do think that's going to be where the action is happening. I don't know if top's going to be killable. In the meantime, the IO is rotated. He's actually stacking up camps, and it's going to be close. It looks like he's going to get both. Nicely done. Oh, did he miss it? He did.
Just missed the bottom one.
Wild Wing Ripper, how dare you?
The big bird.
Yeah. If only he was yellow. Now, top lane, they're going to try to turn on Cap, and here comes the Jingu Mastery. Although, Spirits do a lot of damage. Spike Carapace comes out, Boundless Strike, but there's the heal. Key is taking a fair amount of auto attack damage. They do have the Fatal Bonds on to Lumic. And Pale's going to hit. This might be first blood. The Fairy Fire comes out. The Self. Jingu Mastery. He actually got the kill. Shadow Word is too good. Key 666 gets the job done. Oh, my lord.
Jiminy Cricket, Mott. That was intense.
Zoinks. That was intense. That's the problem fighting in the Shadow Word. That and Jingu Mastery, 2 really good abilities to keep yourself alive on low health.
Yeah, if you don't have the damage to actually cut through it, then you're in trouble.
It's a Nyx and an Aya. Once the spirits are gone, what are you doing? You don't do any damage.
Yep.
Nyx's auto attacks do 50. Great. I'm going to poke you with my claws.
Well, Nyx isn't exactly the strongest killer in the lane phase. This man's a survivor.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's how he gets through his lane phase.
Well, he's an assassin, right? I mean, he doesn't kill people with brute strength. He has to wait until he gets... he's got to learn a little bit from the laning phase, and then when he gets that experience, he gets to level 6, and he gets his Vendetta up. And then
work in the lore?
Exactly.
I like it, I like it.
You know...
What about Templar Assassin? And Phantom Assassin?
Well, they all have assassin-like abilities. I mean, but it takes them a while, right? They don't kill people at the beginning of the game, or at least they're not supposed to. You know, that's the whole point of assassinate. Like, every assassin hero in the game doesn't have that big of an impact early game. Meanwhile, Grims is going to get killed by SVP. That's pretty nice. So, like, they essentially, especially like PA and even Ricky, who's a stealth assassin, obviously, you know, they get off to a start. They kind of harass, but they literally don't really do anything other than just try to CS and stuff like that, or provide harass. But boy, when they get their levels, look out.
Well, what about this game I've never played before? Assassin's Creed don't you kill people?
You do, but
All right,
I've never played that game either, so I don't. You're asking the wrong person. I've
Great.
played it like once back like 6 years ago, and I played it for like 30 minutes, and I was like, this game sucks ass. Uwe is going to get chased down.
Player. Oh,
Up
just kidding. I got the self.
Nice. Good job, Lumic. Although the salve does get canceled. He got canceled by Fatal Bonds? That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's awkward. Well, it does keep Uwe alive, so no big deal. Meanwhile,
Down
Gyro
bottom.
is having a good time, but they have rotated the Ember
Hasted
Spirit.
Ember.
Yeah, Grims is probably dead. Yep. I think they dive Nando. No. Kumi's a little too low in HP. He could salve up and try to go back in, but he's out of mana, so I don't think he's going to.
Yep, if he had mana and was 6, he'd probably go for it, but not going to happen.
I mean, it's a nice kill, but he does leave the Gyro to continue to get CS. Gyro top CSer in the game, and he really needs to have a big impact because they're losing both lanes now. Like we expected, top and bottom not going that well for Execration, but Gyro mid at least getting something going for his team.
Yeah, what's the banner-in situation here? We have,
maybe?
It's going to look like that. Warlock, let's see if he has the juke shoes on.
Yeah, he really needs to have him on. He does have boots. He's dead anyway. They don't even need to hit the impale, but they do regardless. Lumic doesn't have his bottle yet. He's about to get it, though, so that's good. So 2 aside, and they get a kill. Not bad. PL in the meantime is living away bottom. Kumi and Carl going toe-to-toe. Otherwise, I mean, like...
Kumi's about to die.
Is he? Oh, with
He's about
call
to get called out. Yeah, he doesn't have 6 yet.
They have the Warlock here, so...
He's going to be 6 in, like, the wagon, or one more creep.
Yeah, and I don't know if Carl has enough mana. He has call down and, like, Rocket Barrage, but that's...
Yeah, they won't kill him now. He has Flame Guard. But what's going on bottom lane? Nando is even CS. He's got 15, 16. He's trying his best.
I mean...
This lane is rough.
It's a pretty brutal lane. At some point, like, I don't know where you go. Do you jungle? Do you go to a different lane? I actually don't know how you deal with this type of aggression. He's actually getting it run down. He's trying to force it the doppelganger. Doesn't do so. Carl actually did get the kill on Kumi. All right, well, I should have listened to you the first time. God damn it. I should have just kept watching. Rip.
It's okay. I baited you bottom.
You really did. What's going on bottom? Oh, he's just harassing it. Oh, that's a dead hero man. Great.
A whole lot of nothing. So in these lanes, when you're losing your safe lane and you have like a weak support hero like Disruptor who can't really make moves until, you know, he has a couple levels, he is the big loser of this lane. You know, you can't pull to get experience. You're giving your carry solo experience so he can try to be relevant in the game. So yeah, he's just going to be a level 3 guy with no boots and no hopes of any sort of income.
It's a miserable existence for this Disruptor. But once he does get levels, the life gets a lot easier. You glimpse back the Bat Rider, you Static Storm. Nando is getting run down. He does have 9 stick charges, but I think he might be... Nope, they're not going to dive. They decide that they can TP in for the rest of the team. They're going to glimpse back this Bat Rider. Spirit Lance does some damage. They have Phantom Brush, and yeah, he's mega dead. And Nando might dive for it. Shackle Shot will latch. Now the Gyro's bottom. Xing is actually dead. Okay, they've recovered. That's game recovered, I'm pretty sure.
Oh boy, yep. And now all of a sudden they have space, right? That's going to be boots for Disruptor. He's a happy lad. Back to level 4. And now, you know, everything's A-okay.
They got a huge stack for Carl. Well, it was only like a 2 or 3 stack. Not huge, but you know what I mean.
A good stack?
SPB's going to kill himself again. They didn't know the eye was down here. He really wanted Grims, and he almost gets it. He actually stays alive.
And Grims lives.
Oh my god. Grims, you are living life on the edge. Yeah, TP home. Get the hell out of there.
Alright, so all of a sudden this lane that... God, Exit Woundz. The name escapes me every time. Exit Woundz had the super strong dual offlane. Nando couldn't even farm. He had 16 CS at 6 minutes, which is absolutely awful. You know, that's how you know you're getting completely shit on in lane.
Yeah.
And now, Bat Rider dies, TP's back to lane, dies again. All pressure is lost.
Rip.
It's very sad.
That's the second death is really what does it, because now your TP's on cooldown and you're just walking your way, trying to get to your bottom lane, and you're missing out on CS and experience. I guess Xing is there to secure some of it, but now Nando is 2 levels ahead of the Wind Ranger, 1 level ahead of the Bat Rider, which probably shouldn't have happened. In the meantime, the Nyx is level 6. He has Vendetta as well. Key is up here. He's out of mana. He keeps getting mana burned. If they rotate one hero, I think they can kill Key with the Vendetta, but...
Yep. With the Vendetta, usually it's enough damage to actually kill whoever's standing in front of you in the lane phase, so looks good. He actually went for a Ring of Aquila, interesting, but makes a lot of sense.
Kumi is, he's got the Flame Guard, but he's dead. He popped the DD. Remnant does come in, but he can't do anything. You didn't have a Remnant behind the tower. What a dive from Carl. Honestly, these guys are so aggressive, and it works out. He is dead, I think. Power shot misses, but That's fine. Still a double kill, dominating spree, or something. I think it was something like that. That they did lose, but Gyro is by far and away the highest level hero, and this is with an eye on the team and experience, or and net worth too. Grims is gonna get killed bottom probably. Maybe not actually. Power shot misses.
Power shot
Are you kidding?
Misses.
That was so close. Shackle shot will latch onto Nando, but they have to back up. He has 10 stick charges anyway. He's going to doppelganger and try to chase. Phantom Rush is level 3. Look at the range on this thing.
This man is in.
Yeah, he is in. Nando.
Does he want to be in?
Nando, this is typical Nando, honestly. Shing actually has a clarity running that he could have canceled. Spirit Lance comes in. He'll turn his attention instead elsewhere. Now they see Kumi running in. Nando
this
might
man's
have been going.
insane.
He's a little too deep. He's a little too deep, to be honest. Good effort.
All right, well, Nando, you know, giving Exit Woundz some hope, but here comes Karl Mott. This man doesn't mess around.
He's got a remnant for Kumi that he gets to the high ground. He will use it.
You know, he may not have killed him, but it's on asserting dominance.
Yes, he is the alpha gyrocopter. Oh my god, Kumi. That was aggressive. Looking for the invis rune. He doesn't get it, though. Good effort with the remnant, but instead he just wastes one. So that sucks, but... yeah, I don't know. I guess we're waiting on the supports getting levels now for both teams. The IO, obviously, level 6. The Disruptor, level 6. The Warlock, level 6. Like, these are the big timing windows. We're seeing a lot of little skirmishes here, but we're not going to find a real team fight until we get those abilities up, I would assume.
Yep, I feel like the net worth isn't very telling of this game. When you look up top, Monkey King doesn't really want to sit in front of Nyx Assassin. When you look mid, Karl has 2 levels on top of the Ember Spirit player. And Nando is pretty much near ungankable bottom, assuming he doesn't run in and, you know, try to fight till he either wins or dies.
Which he did previously, so...
He did, but, you know, that's what life is, right? You live and you learn.
Okay, they... Shackle shouted Uwe top. He Vendetta. They dropped the sentry. He walked out of the sentry range.
Yep.
Good game.
He's done.
He is a ghost. He's become the assassin. And he might even find Shing, actually. I don't think he can
he's
kill him,
stalking him.
I don't think he can kill him, even with level 4 Impale and level 1 Mana Burn. He needs another hero up here.
But this is one of the saddest situations for... Oh, he's going
He's
for
actually
the kill.
doing it. Well,
To
he's
harass.
asserted his dominance.
That's right.
By the way, he is going Maelstrom on the Wind Ranger, which is... He doesn't even have phase boots yet, so...
He's making the transition.
I guess.
I just wanted to say that as Batrider, when you go for this heavy laning build, usually it's the drums, which he has, and then all of a sudden your lane isn't as good as it once was. It feels very bad, because you can't actually gank with this hero. You know, the Blink Lasso combo just doesn't really happen. Walking into him, it just isn't the same.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The Ranger is in trouble. Cat's going to try to Shadow Word him, but they have call down. Shing's already used his... Oh, he actually got out of it. Well, he's dead anyway, to be honest. Does too much damage. Can't run from Glimpse, baby. Uh-oh. They actually cut the tree down. Where's the Impale? They have Vendetta up, too. There it is. They're going to try to jump. They're relocating top as well. They have the Vendetta. They're going to use it. The Static Storm comes in. Key is going to juke out of it. He is going to try to get up in the tree, but he's dead. The Spike Therapist comes in. Lasso, they might be able to turn this around. They've already lost the Gyrocopter. The Shadow Word is too good, and Key gets another double kill. They're going to get all 4 heroes in this top lane. How many times are they going to have to do this to learn for Execration?
Gee willikers, what? They used so much on Monkey King, and they actually couldn't finish him off.
Yeah,
That was very sad.
they unloaded on him. He's going to go Battle Fury. I wonder if that's the right item choice this game.
I was thinking about that too. It looked pretty bad before, but I think it's actually fine. They've got so much team fight to make it through the early game to actually get this hero nice and strong.
Yeah. I know
And then,
the reason why I ask is because, of course, I played that game with the Monkey King earlier, and the games don't, like, I feel like Monkey King is so strong to fight around, but I guess you're right. They just have so much team fight that he can kind of get away with it, I suppose.
Yep, this hero is super, super mobile, and with the Battle Fury, you can actually clear, like, everything.
Rims is dead. Oh, glimpse out. He should still be dead. Key is going to run him down, and he
He's
doesn't have
baiting.
Boundless Strike. Yeah, he is baiting. Call down doesn't hit, but the spirits do. He might die this time. Golem, maybe not. Homing Missile will come through. They did get Grims with the Golem, but I think it's a fine trade, actually. It's a dominating spree taken. Shing will kill Nando bottom. Nyx rotates with a Vendetta. They have a Sentry, so they actually see him coming. But he still might die anyway. They're going to try to sticky him. Uwe has to hit a nice either Vendetta, #1, or an Impale. Shing TP's away, but the IO is here, and he's going to spot him right now. But he's pretty speedy, and I don't know if they're going to be able to find him. He could TP out more than likely unless these spirits hit.
Shing
Yeah,
breaking
he's gone.
ankles.
Yeah, he actually...
He's out of there.
Wind Rager's so good at that, though, to be fair. Like, Shing did fine, but you literally just hit your E button and you run. It's kind of does it itself, I suppose. I guess I'm not giving him enough credit, but
Pretty much.
I'm glad you agree with me. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, it's way harder than that. No, you're like, he just presses the Z button. It's pretty simple, actually. It's true though. Does he have phase boots even? He doesn't even have phase boots. And all you have to do is hit E. He went for level 3 Wind Run, which is kind of surprising. Is it surprising? I don't even know what's surprising on Wind Ranger support anymore, to be honest.
It's we'll talk about it later.
Nando's gonna get lassoed again. They static storm. They're gonna try to relocate, but Nando is gonna take a lot of damage. The Doppelganger will keep him alive for now. They're gonna turn this around. They have gotten Grimm's Key is going to die, which is really bad. And they're also going to lose the Bat Rider. They're probably going to lose everybody. They missed the Impale into Kumi, but he has to remnant it away. He does have an Arcane Rune. He will jump out, but they have the Homing Missile chasing him down. In. And Rocket Barrage is back up in 1. I think Kumi more than likely dead. The Spirit Lance does come in. And Io does get dropped to Shing somehow. Where did he? Oh, he rotated back top, and then Shing power shotted him and killed him, so that's good. Carl is all over the map, though. Look at him. He TP's top after taking the fight bottom, and he's trying to look for Shing. Shing just hits the his E button, his level 3 E button. And well, he might not be fine, actually. Look how much damage he does. My God. Rocket Barrage auto attack damage from Gyrocopter is still insane against these heroes.
Yep. Gyrocopter, super formed, actually going for Manta before BKB. Very interesting.
Yeah. That is strange.
I guess it is a way to play against Ember, right? You get chains, you just pop the Manta.
Yep, true.
But you are weaker in an actual team fight where you do scale a bit better since you have a stat item.
You were talking about the Wind Run or Wind Ranger skill build?
Oh, yeah, skill build, right. The Wind Run is so much better for laning than more levels into Shackle Shot. When you click this Wind Ranger, she's got the sample platter. A little bit of everything.
It's true. She went for, I think she had 2-2-2 at some point, and then she went back in for the 3rd point in Wind Run.
Yep. Scaling on the Shackle Shot, not great. It's like 1 point. Sometimes you don't even see it for quite some time. But yeah, it's just whatever in that situation is better for lane.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nando has the Diffusal Blade item. Kumi's going to have a miserable existence now. Yep, he has no mana. He's just dead.
All right.
Good golem. That was a 5-man golem, but it's not going to matter because they have literally no follow-up. They have Vendetta the freaking golem. They didn't Fatal Bonds. Did he not have it? He didn't.
He did.
Did he actually use it?
He did.
But it was only on Gyrocopter. Interesting.
There's just no damage.
Okay. Call down. Shing is dead again. And with Golem down, their Execration are just going to abuse this timing. This is exactly what Execration do best. They find the timings that they can fight when they're at their strongest. They just play around one player. In this case, it's Carl. He rotates to a couple of lanes. They take fights around the abilities that Exit Wounds have. They know when they're strong, and they are actually able to take the fight. And this Monkey Golem, meanwhile, you know, he did try going to the Battle Fury. He might get it, but now they're going to relocate on him. They can glimpse him back as well. Kinetic Field, he can't get up to the trees. He's going to get Static Stormed. Not only do they find 2 kills mid, they find a 3rd bottom, and they get the waves pushed out, and they get the tier 1 mid, and the tier 2 as well. They will lose probably Lumic. Maybe not. They're going to try to fight this. They send in Ube. The Impale hits on it too. Nicely done. Here comes the PL. Lasso comes out into Lumic, so that's going to be a problem here. Ube's going to die as well. The Focus Fire coming in from the Wind Ranger actually does a lot of damage. Remnant through. Nando doesn't have his Doppelganger. He's taking a lot of damage here. Good turn here for Exit Wounds. Nando surviving for now. Here comes the Gyrocopter. He wants to clean house, and he might do so, and this is going to be huge. Kumi is in trouble. He's dead. Good Shackle Shot. Can they get the rest of these heroes out of here? Flame Break misses completely, and SBB, no Firefly to work with. He is no Drum Charge either, and boy, is he dead. Power Shot will come in, but the haste. I mean, Carl's, they're playing Ring Around the Rosie, for God's sakes. He's going to find the kill. It's a double kill. Carl looking for a triple, not going to find it against Shing, I would assume. Oh, yeah, he's fine. Wow. All right, then.
All right. Well, Warlock Ultimate on cooldown for a minute, so Execration keep on going. That's the big problem when you play with these gigantic ultimate cooldowns, right? If you don't win the fight with the ultimate, you're pretty screwed. You're not only screwed for that one team fight, but for the next and the next to come if the enemy happen to find it.
Yeah.
And when you're playing against Io and Disruptor, these guys are always going to be, and Nyx, right? They'll always find the fight.
Yeah. Like, they just have everything. They'll have map control with the Nyx Vendetta. That means you have to like spend a lot on sentries as a support, which you don't really want to do. You'll have the Io relocating in. They have so many avenues to take an initiation, which is a big problem. And now I'm looking at this Battle Fury for Monkey King, and I don't think it's the wrong choice necessarily. I mean, we talked about why it could be good, but you know, hindsight is 20/20, and it feels like in terms of hindsight, maybe Battle Fury wasn't the right choice for the Monkey King, but I don't know.
So the way I always look at it, when a hero goes Battlefield like this and then loses like the actual map control to keep on farming, is would they have been able to win the fight with a different item? And I feel like that's kind of not the case. I think
Okay.
Execration have been just playing the fights much better. Like they managed to get a pick off mid, and then the golem came out, and it was like a 4 or 5 man golem, but there was nothing else on top of it, right? No
Yeah.
follow up. So essentially, you just wasted your biggest team fight ability.
That's true. And if you think about it, if you have like the golem and then you pop the Monkey King ult and he's able to get some heroes locked down, that fight probably is going to be most of the Execration heroes dead, I would assume, because Monkey King ult is very strong with that particular combination. So, yeah, that sounds right. That's a good way of looking at it. I don't know. And it's not like the Battle Fury is going to mean the game is over, although he's dead, it looks like. Maybe not. Lancer comes out. Glimpse coming in. They've got the Wukong's command. They get off the stun. Key's still really low, though. They're not going to get anybody with this, I don't think. Nando jumps in.
And then just fighting through it.
Key is still alive. Golem's dropped down. Key survives, but he does get the kill on Nando, and then he does fall. It's still a 2-for-1 now as they rotate it with the, whatchamacallit, relocate. Uwe going to die probably to Kumi, but SPP is going to give another double kill away to Carl. Kumi will try to TP, but watch how much damage he does. And he does actually make it out, but Xing will not be so lucky. Unless he can get off a 6 shackle shot like that, and then maybe he can, actually. Wow. Okay.
Right.
3 for 3. Not bad for exit wounds, actually.
No, not bad at all. Nando killed himself inside the Wukong's command, but Carl runs rampant in all these fights. What? He's going to have Butterfly really soon, and Io's going to hit that level 15 talent.
Yeah.
You know, probably in a couple minutes, a couple team fights.
He has a tome in his stash, so he's 2 levels away, essentially. Well. Oh, my God. He actually has... He's so close to Butterfly and Gyrocopter. That's not even fair.
This gyro was ridiculously farmed.
Fucking huge.
700 gold per minute.
He's actually huge. He also has 800 XP, and he is double the closest person. That's insane. And I know it's IO Gyrocopter as they get Cat down bottom, but well, that just goes to show maybe you should ban these 2 heroes, or even just one of them, to be honest.
It's the Aerocopter.
Yeah, the Aerocopter comes in yet again and destroys. And that's why Nando can play the way he's been playing. You know, aggressively jumping in randomly, even into the Wukong's command. It doesn't matter if he dies. If he can at least secure some damage and get a kill, then it's fine, and Carl can just clean house. Call down will go. Xing actually is going to make it away because Windrun is a ridiculous ability that lasts forever. But he's still dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Happy beeps.
I would be pretty happy if I were... Oh, Kumi. Oh, Uwe, you just got to bail, buddy. What are you doing? Well, that's fine. I mean, that would have been a huge kill had he found it. But Io, by the way, has a pipe of insight now, so good luck actually killing anybody in this game.
My goodness.
Yeah. He's 1 level away, essentially, after this wave. Looks like it's close. So I think, honestly, if I'm Execration, I back up and I wait till that level 15. Or just, you know, go high ground. That works, too.
Nope, these guys don't wait for anything, man. It's go time.
Yeah, they just don't care about anything. It's great. All right, well. It looks like the tether looks broken. I don't know why.
What do you mean?
Like, it tethers to, a wrong spot on the gyrocopter. You know, it doesn't look correct.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. It's underneath them.
Yeah, I think it's bugged with the cosmetics is the reason why. I think it's the gyrocopter's cosmetics, not the IO's. Oh, well. Not the end of the world. Oh, my God. They're actually insanely fast. It's not even fair.
Here comes the smoke from Exit Woundz. Let's see if they can actually make something happen. They have the ultimate.
I don't know how they kill this gyrocopter. They're going to try. They have the IO. They'll maybe try relocating. Good boundless strike. All right, they've actually killed them. That's a gigantic set of kills. They need to find more, though. I think they dust up. They miss Uwe. Grimm's probably should die. He has Static Storm. I don't think he will use it. Xing got a double kill. It's probably not the hero you want to get a double kill on, to be honest, but it works just as well. Nando, if they have Power Shot, which they do in 1, they might be able to find this kill. They're going to look for the Warlock. That's a nice pick, but they need to get out now. The rest of them are still bottom. Uwe is just gone. It looks like SBB has no lasso. He will hit a Flame Break, but it's going to push him further away. Although, look at the Monkey Key's range. And they've got the stun, so they're actually going to find Uwe. They would have liked to got Nando, but that's a huge fight. How much... I didn't... Oh, I missed the fight recap. I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
Don't worry. I also missed it.
God damn it. Well, it was like 8... They were sitting at like 7,500 gold. Now they're at 4K, so there's your answer to that question.
Nice, simple math.
All right, so
All right,
that's what happens when you fight into Golem, Wukong's command, Lasso. I thought that they were gonna not be able to kill that gyro, but boy, was I wrong.
Yep, it's the initiation factor, right? If you can jump the most farmed hero on their team and actually kill him before he does anything, you're good to go. They have the relocate safe to kind of reset the fight, but it didn't happen.
He got boundless strikes.
Yep, exactly. He got stunned while it was going. So very nicely played from Exit Woundz.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna assume. Hold that thought. Grims is dead. Maybe. Should be. Nope. Not sure how he survived there.
Well, that's Io.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm gonna assume you don't get stats for the Aghanim Scepter or Tether. Like it's just the
Correct.
Yeah. Otherwise that would be broken. But well, they're gonna take Roche very quickly. It doesn't look like Execration are gonna be deterred by that last fight. Of course, they're playing around the Golem timer, so they know they have plenty of time to take Roche, and especially when they get a kill like that, they can very easily take Roche on with the side gunner upgrade now onto the gyrocopter, obviously coming from the IO.
Yep.
And now killing Carl twice is a big issue. Like, he does die quickly if they don't get the relocate. Eventually, he's going to have Lincoln Sphere, and then how do you kill him? You need a 4-staff onto the Batrider, which they do have. I suppose it's still capable of happening good. Anyway.
Yep, that is like the biggest counter to this sort of lineup where you have to kill the gyrocopter, right? Just taking the Aegis. They do lose a team fight, but of course, Warlock Ultimate has a 3-minute cooldown, so you can play around that. Lose one fight, take Roshan, then you're good to go.
Yep. That's the issue with this Warlock hero. He's very strong when you fight around his abilities. When the abilities aren't up, he is not strong at all. Pretty much. I mean, strong
abilities, but when abilities are not up, not so strong.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like it's fortune cookie wisdom. You know, I may sound like Confucius to some people, but trust me, I'm just a normal human being.
Good to know you're still mortal.
That's right. I'm not the guy that you all think I am. Nobody thinks that, to be honest, but that's all right. Uwe is going to run right into Key. Key is going to run right into Uwe. There was a sentry, but I think Uwe avoided it. Glimpsed out onto the Warlock, and that's no golem now for 30 seconds, so that's pretty perfect. They'll probably push high ground now, and I don't know if there's any way they have 28 seconds. I think they do. Oh, they don't have Glyph for another 37 seconds, so maybe they won't go high ground. Maybe they'll sit back for a second here.
Well, and I feel like this game ends if Gyrocopter just purchases a BKB.
Yes, I agree completely.
The Lincoln's doesn't actually save you if the enemy team is fast.
All right, he purchased BKB.
There we go.
He literally just bought out a full BKB as you said that.
Okay, thank God. I was gonna be like, Carl, this man's no rookie. He knows what item he needs to win the game.
Yeah, it's just one of those things we talked about previously. It's like you don't want to buy BKB. It's a boring item, you know.
You know, he's trying to have fun, but Captain Chemo says, nope, let's win this game.
Yeah. They're like, let's
Dinner's
get into
ready
game
soon.
2. Yeah. It's time to eat, boys.
Time to be breakfasting.
At 6 p.m. for some reason. Although I'm sure maybe breakfasting needs something different over there. Anyway. Yeah, 27-24. The kill score actually pretty close. The issue is this gyrocopter got absolutely huge. And a lot of it was due to the rotations he made early game, the kills he got, relocation came out. They just didn't have a way of dealing with him. He is still killable even with the BKB, although it is much, much, much harder, especially with Aegis. Good Shackle comes in. Are they going to golem this? They're going to Fatal Bonds. It only hits onto one, just Carl. SPP has been impaled, but he does get glimpsed back. Cat needs to drop golem. He does before he dies, but there's no follow-up. They couldn't move Kong's command, so Kumi's going to jump in BKB. They're going to pop the Searing Chains. They're going to pop the ultimate. They do take down the IO. He does have buyback. He's going to use it. The BKB does get off in time for Carl, but that's going to be the Batrider dead. Chemo's already back in. Kumi's trying to take down the back lines, but nobody's dead yet besides the IO. And it looks like this Ember Spirit is, in fact, dead. And now they're going to have to buy back and try to jump back in with the Ember Spirit, but the game might be over. They haven't even gotten Aegis yet, to be honest. And, Glimpse back onto the Ember Spirit. He has no BKB. They get off the Spike Carapace. That's dieback. Good game, I think. Maybe they can hold. They could buy back with the Monkey King. They didn't. He held on to it for a really long time. I'm not sure why. Like, he had it that entire fight. He decided not to use his buyback. I guess they just thought the game was over.
Perhaps. It's also a situation where, what's he going to do when he buys back?
Yeah, he doesn't have his ultimate. It's true.
Yep, no ultimate, no BKB. He can't really function in team fights at the moment. It's a rough game.
It's got to be so frustrating for Exit Woundz to have a really good draft early game and to kind of crush a lane and then to make like 2 or 3 mistakes, giving Nando some room and getting his shower copter huge, and then you just lose the game essentially because...
Yep, their blunder in the bottom lane where they lost a gigantic advantage